On the 4th day of Cringemiss, my true love gave to me a ranking list based on Undertale. I have no funny joke for this one, everyone. It's this top 10 best Undertale songs made by man on the internet, of course, because let's just face it, every single time I have anything from him or Lemonade Productions, it seems to make views. And I still need stuff to do while I'm waiting for season 3 of Nation of Undertale musical. So let's watch this one.
Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
Wrong!
It's a barrier!
Hello everyone, I'm the man on the internet, and I have opinions. Because I'm probably best known right now for making Undertale the musical,
Yeah.
a couple of people have asked me what my favorite songs
And
from
still
Undertale
are.
And well, many, many years after Undertale the musical's actually been done, I figure it's high time to actually tell everyone. It's actually not that many years, but shh.
We know, trust me.
Before I share my opinion.
I know, because like next Christmas I'm gonna do like a whole ranking video based off all of the Undertale musical stuff. And I'm gonna pretend like it's all nostalgic and shit like that, and I know it's not. It's like even the latest video is like a year old at that point. Like 14 months old, I think. Maybe. Honestly, this is hilarious. Why some people just think it's all like nostalgic. But I just really love that he's just making a little bit of fun of it.
Opinions, and everyone starts arguing about my opinions.
About my opinions! About my... But take this barrier!
Undertale the musical, I love all my babies. You can't possibly expect me to rank them. Also, this is just songs from Undertale, not Deltarune. And if you think I missed one of your favorites, feel free to comment about it. That being said, let's start with... Number 10!
Dummy!
Undertale is a game of many memorable characters and memorable boss fights. Except for these guys. Rip and Skip. They're overshadowed by the other gay couple, and by being next to Muffet. One of my favorite boss fights in the game is against the Mad Dummy, if only because it's pretty different from the rest of the gameplay. Sure, he's not really foreshadowed that much, and he doesn't really come up again. Miss me with that Mad Mew Mew stuff. I am not talking about Mad Mew Mew today. But the fact that the fight takes the usual dodge attacks to attack back gameplay and escalates it to you can't directly damage him, you have to dodge so that the attacks hit him instead. That's unique among the Undertale bosses.
Yeah, it's actually very
unique.
unique.
Set them apart because it's just plain fun. And at the end of the day, that's why I like Dummy's theme. It's just plain fun. It also helps that it's pretty catchy. The fact that Ghost Fight happened way earlier kind of set the beat in your head, but Dummy taking that beat and cranking it into overdrive is what really sets this track apart from Ghost Fight. Spider Dance also has the same beat. I just prefer Dummy. I had way more fun with that fight than Muffet.
Okay, here's my opinion on anything with Muffet. It fucking sucks. I'm sorry, everyone. I have personal bias against Muffet, and I'll go into a lengthy explanation, like how the fuck, maybe how the fuck you hate Muffet that much, getting to the bright point, or you would take any other song in Undertale over Spider Dance. Well, here's the thing. She's a bunch of unfair bullshit. Okay, let's just move on. I cannot go to the. I cannot talk about Undertale, and if Muffet's in it, I have to fucking stab it with a pen. Okay, I'm done.
Sorry, sweetie. Do you get it, sweetie? Because baked goods. I am clever. Like, comment, and subscribe. Number 9! A lot of the songs on this list are going to be battle themes, if only because those are the ones I remember most and the ones that won't leave my head. They're the catchiest, they're the most fun. But the overworld themes are also really good. They're especially good at transporting you to the whole other world that is the underground. And for my money, there's nothing better than Waterfall. Waterfall! As you go through the Waterfall area, there are two main overworld themes, Quiet Water and this. And this is the perfect backdrop as you go through those swamps. The color palette is just phenomenal, and the music just makes it all the more eerie, otherworldly, mysterious. But there's also a little bit of hope to counteract the mystery that this song provides. And the scene where you and Monster Kid are looking out at the castle out in the distance, probably holding the umbrella, you might not be holding the umbrella at that point. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
what
very much
sets
is.
Waterfall ahead of the others, like Another Medium, The Ruins, or Snowy, Waterfall is the only music track out of those that made me actually want to stop and listen, rather than keep going to appreciate the music. Snowy didn't do either of those things. Snowy's probably towards the bottom of my list, honestly. Rip and skip ice level.
Yeah, the.
Battle against the true hero!
Oh boy, yep. Here comes
Battle Against the True
one
Hero
of the
is one of those
obvious.
tracks that just gets you pumped. And you had better be, because you're going to need every last bit of adrenaline, focus, and I might as well. It's an
Determination!
Determination!
Determined
The
bacon!
Undying the Undying fight. The other fights in Genocide, the ones that are unique to it, well, I say the other fights, but there's only one, and we all know what that one is. So let's just
Yeah,
call
the
it
funny
other
bone
fight
man!
in the Genocide run relies more on breaking the rules of the game that have been set up in terms of how battle works. Multiple hits per attack, you don't get the first turn, you basically will not sit still, etc. Undying the Undying doesn't need to break the rules. She's just there to kick your ass. It starts off slow enough, a simple piano as Undying the Undying actually starts to take form. But then, the trumpets kick in, and everything goes wild.
He goes, "Ah!"
Occasionally, the track will slow down to a more low-key section to highlight the tragedy of the whole Genocide run, and the tragic hero nature of Undyne, who is already dead, but is continuing to fight you to protect everyone she knows and loves. But it rarely lets you have that reflection for more than a couple of seconds. It's a kick-ass theme for a kick-ass fight, and it's probably the last point in a Genocide run you're going to have any amount of legitimate fun.
That's actually very true.
It's Showtime!
Oh yeah. Okay. Honestly,
There was
Showtime
no
is
song
also
that made
like
me
in my top.
immediately
Is on my like
understand the
top
character
15. I
faster
call it like
than It's
15.
Showtime for Mettaton.
Definitely 15.
Crashing through the wall, hosting a game show, this immediately made me fall in love with the character.
Oh, you're
Gaudy, but it's bold and brash and it's out there, much like the main entertainer himself. Every cheesy game show theme song cliche that you can think of, it's all rolled into here if you listen hard enough. And honestly, I couldn't love him more for it. The man's a performer, he is bold, he's out there.
DJ
There's a lot more to Mettaton than, you know, being this. But honestly, just having this fill my headphones after Alphys' theme, which also told me a lot about her character, but I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. Whereas with Mettaton, I was like, oh my god, I want more no matter where this goes. It's almost as if I like Mettaton for some reason.
Yeah, duh, man.
Throughout all the Snowden area, the Snowy theme, which I only just remembered when recording this, is consistently interrupted by Papyrus' theme. Yeah, you'll get used to it every time you see him.
I sound like Skeletor.
There are a couple of times where Snowy keeps playing anyway. So when you finally fight Papyrus and starts back up, you think, oh, this is going to be another silly joke fight like the rest of Papyrus' joke puzzles. It's not.
What?
Here comes Bone Trussell. Bone Trussell! The first time I played Undertale, I died to Papyrus more than any other boss. I know you can't technically die to Papyrus, but I lost the fight. That counts. Now shut up.
Yeah.
So I got to listen to, learn, and appreciate a whole lot. And let me tell you, this is so much better than
Dabs on marinara sauce. My mind is dabbing on sauce.
But I feel it portrays Papyrus' personality a little bit better. Where Nyahaha is simple and a bit goofy, Bone Trussell goes deeper and shows that he's actually got the energy, the will, and the drive to go out and be a member of the Royal Guard, be your friend, do whatever the heck he wants to because
he's a true Skelly boy.
Bone Trussell is what really makes you see there is a lot more to Papyrus than what you saw in the hour or so of your life that was taken up beforehand. Unless you're a speedrunner, in which case you just mashed the enter key, I guess.
Ha.
Number 5! Death by Glamour!
Oh yeah, let's boys.
Speaking of being true to a
Definitely
character
top
and
5 for
speaking
me.
of loving Mettaton, Death by Glamour. Death by Glamour was an amazing song and was actually the first song I ever wrote lyrics for. It inspired me that much. So, of course, it's just at number 5 on the list. I love Metaton. Anyway, this, when Metaton finally transforms into Metaton EX, is a banging song. I don't know how else to describe it. It just makes you want to dance with him as he just flails his arms and legs all over the place. There's also hints of his other theme songs in there, including It's Showtime, which is just 2 steps down, so obviously this one's gotta be in here somehow. Toby, you mad genius, connecting every song somehow. Now that Metaton's transformed into a body he appreciates way more than a calculator on wheels, the song is
A
so much
calculator
more
on wheels,
expressive
yeah,
to go
trust
along
me.
with it.
That's what
It changes
Metaton, normal
movements and
Metaton
moves
looks like.
frequently, and I love
Calculator.
every single bit of it. It's big, it's out there, it's flamboyant, it's even less gaudy than its Showtime was, so that automatically gives it some points. Every time I hear this song, I want to stop whatever I'm doing and just headbang or dance or go to town somehow, which makes it terrible for background music, but amazing in terms of memorability.
Yeah.
What can I say? Death by Glamour. It made me write a full musical. But what could possibly be over it if this was my main source of inspiration?
Oh, he died. Fear the justice.
I didn't fall in love with Undyne as a character
Agreed.
as quickly as I fell in love with Metaton, but once this theme kicked in, I knew that this was going to be an amazing, amazing character. Toby Fox described the song as being punched in the face with heroism when he mentioned that he scrapped an old version because it didn't sound enough like that. You know what? I agree.
Hey.
It's being punched in the face with awesome,
Punched
as
in-
some other people
Agree.
in my work would describe it.
Yeah, it's all.
The big, blasting trumpet notes are punches in the face that inspire you to go out and fight, or just run, because that's how you're supposed to solve it in a pacifist path. And all in all, it feels like an anime opening that gets shuffled into a workout playlist. The type where you're like, I don't know how it got here, but
Everyone, I'm so sorry if you heard anything. My sister was dumb enough to come in with her loud-ass phone and did not even want to turn it off. Like a dumbass, even though she knew I was recording.
you know exactly how it got here. You added it yourself, because Spear of Justice is a punch in the face that gets you pumped and motivated.
I agree. And now I have to go to these stupid ads.
This holiday season, discover the art of chocolate.
I don't give a shit about chocolate. I want to get back to the funny bone man.
Twilight fills the room.
Oh boy, yep.
It seems as though your journey has come to an end. Neither of you wants to fight, but this is the way the path has gone. Welcome to
Yeah, let's
Asgore's
go. Asgore. Asgore.
In any other game, this would be a final boss theme. The big epic battle against the Demon King, with guitars in the background, pianos, probably chant, but there wasn't any space in the sound chip for it. But Asgore is different. You've heard bits and pieces of Asgore's story, especially on the walk up to his throne room. And when you see him, you immediately understand this is no mad demon king. This is no mad tyrant who has ordered the taking of my soul. This is a sad and broken man who knows that someone has to die in order to save his kingdom. And sometimes, that someone has to be him.
Yeah, like
The
dumb.
song almost gets funereal in tone in a couple of places, which helps the player continue to feel bad after their trip through the new home and being judged by Sans husbando tale. But the rest of the time,
He said Sans husbando tale. That's arguably more funny than the funny bone man. Let's be honest.
it's got this big,
But he'll never be
sweeping, overarching
as
feeling
memorable
of,
as
this
the
is it.
funny
This
bone
is the final
man.
confrontation, no backing out now. Such a pity that it's not actually the final confrontation.
Yeah. Okay, your best
Picture
nightmare.
this.
Yep.
You've been fighting against this flower-like eldritch abomination.
Oh, I know.
that
Oh
moves
no,
and
it's
looks like
finale.
nothing
Damn
else
it!
in the game.
I was so
All
close.
hope is lost because the attacks just keep coming in insane patterns. You have freedom to move, but it seems like nowhere is safe. And every couple of seconds, he summons a soul with its own attack pattern to mess with you. Sure, you get healed, but who knows if you'll survive long enough to see the next one. This could go on for a very long time, depending on how skilled you are at the game. And then, finally, you fought all 6 souls.
Yes.
And then, the finale starts to play.
Oh boy.
Finale! Yes, I know, Hopes and Dreams / Save the World is technically the final boss of Undertale, assuming you go for a neutral then pacifist route like most people do. But Finale, I just like way more as a song.
Yeah.
Instantly, the mood shifts from horror to panic to genuine belief that you can do this. It doesn't matter how many times Megalovania has knocked you down, this is where you get back up and where you fight back. And as Finale builds and builds as you fight the creature, you know that you can, because finally your attacks are doing something. Finally there's more healing, and finally you're seeing an ending. Which is also not on this list, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Finale has truly earned its name and its place. It's the end of your journey, and by God have you earned it. Of course, it's not actually the end, because there's replays and different endings and yada yada yada.
Yeah, okay, shut up. Stop being a big downer.
For the comparatively limited number of times you're going to hear Finale in a game of Undertale, it's going to stick with you for a while.
Yeah, it always does, everyone. Let's be honest.
Before we get to number 1, I should probably address what a lot of you are thinking. Wait, did he say that he liked Finale a lot better than Hopes and Dreams? But Hopes and Dreams wasn't on this list. Well, Hopes and Dreams, Save the World, and his theme, all of Asriel's stuff, it's really good.
Yeah.
When taken as a whole. It's a fantastic emotional journey of a song that is pretty rockin', and I think perfectly fits the boss fight for Asriel. But when taken apart, I just don't feel like they have the same impact. It feels like one song feeds naturally into the other. I mean, obviously, Burn and Despair comes in between Hopes and Dreams and Save the World. I mean, they're 2 parts of the same coin here. 3 parts of the same coin, because his theme is also there. So yeah, I love the Asriel sequence. I love going in to save your friends. I love dodging this rainbow goat boy and hugging him at the
rainbow
end,
goat boy!
Release of the pacifist ending afterwards. I just don't feel as if putting all those songs together in one would be fair compared to the others. If I did, that would probably be put around middle to lower end of the list, pushing off Dummy. Sorry, Dummy. But I'm trying to include individual songs here, hence why Finale got in, but Your Best Nightmare did not.
Yeah.
And with that, I think I'm clear and there are no other questions. Oh, look, there's an elephant in the room.
The Funny Bone Man!
You know, you are so right, Sharon. Silly me to forget about talking about Megalovania. I mean, it's an Undertale video, Sans gets views, and Megalovania? It's okay. I mean, I like this song, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm hating it to be cool and edgy, because hating something that other people like is automatically the way to prove you're cool, and definitely not just make you look like a jackass who defines yourself based on what you hate rather than what you love.
Yeah,
It's a work that Toby Fox has been reusing and refining through the years, and honestly, it's good enough that he can get away with it. But the thing is, I think it's fine in the context it's used in, when you're fighting Sans. I would say spoilers, but for some people, fighting Sans is all they know of that happens in Undertale.
Yeah.
The other songs
that's pretty much everything. You fight the Funny Bone Man and then the end.
Or just being plain fun. Megalovania didn't do that. Megalovania made me think, oh wow, this is a song I'm going to be hearing a lot because this fight is something. In my opinion, it doesn't really support Sans' character and his dialogue as much as some of the other songs did. Like, Spear of Justice you could definitely see playing in the background as Undyne.
Yeah, but luckily it's enough like his theme to make it feel like him when you and Lemonade Productions made your own musicals. Which was better? Fuck you, you'll never know.
Making proclamations.
Sorry, it's far too hard to do.
Death by Glamour, someone probably put in a boombox to play that while Metaton's doing his show, honestly.
Yeah.
For Sans, I don't know. I'm just not seeing it, guys. I'd probably put it at like number 15 or something. Number 15 or something! Megalovania! Yeah, we've done that joke. We are moving on to number 1.
You did the joke. I don't remember you ever doing that joke.
Number 1!
Okay, Undertale has to be Undertale.
Undertale!
Yes! Undertale! It's Undertale!
The title of whatever media it's in, it had better be a damn good one. And Undertale delivers.
Is a damn good one.
As you walk through the new home, you hear
it's like a real ass goddamn
piano,
sword.
quite similar to the one you heard in Toriel's house. Then the monsters start popping up and telling you a story. You think, okay, what's all this about? I mean, it's interesting lore, I guess I'll listen in. And as it keeps going and keeps getting sadder and sadder, and you keep getting more and more invested, the music continues to build. More and more orchestrations, more and more instruments keep getting added on to the simple theme, but no matter what, it always ends on that same note. You expect it to go higher or lower at some points, but no, it keeps going back to that same point. Kind of like players who play Undertale, now that I think about it. So as you walk out of New Home and look over what remains of Asgore's glorious kingdom and the music swells, you feel this sense of pride as the music builds, immediately followed by this sense of loss. The loss of a child, the loss of innocence, the loss of hope. And then the song reaches its finale, finally hitting a different end note. And all is quiet. And you're left to reflect outside of that judgment.
And then his theme plays, which is honestly the best way you can ever end a song.
Or inside it, depending on how fast you got there. On your own journey. And what you've done in Undertale. It's a sad song and engrossed me in the world, and I love it.
Alright guys, that's it for this episode, everyone. Now, honestly, I really like everyone here to go and watch his channel because he does a lot more stuff than Undertale, surprisingly. Sure, most of his views come from the Funny Bone Man, but there's a lot more to him than the Funny Bone Man in Undertale. It's set. In fact, there's going to be a brand new series on the channel after 2021, and hopefully it will get as much popularity as Undertale. Okay, that's a big lie. I know for a fact that Chrono Trigger the musical is never going to make it to the same amount of views that Undertale the musical did. Even though I have like almost more than double the original subscribers, I know that will never happen for one reason. There's no Funny Bone Man. And I'm going to have to make up new jokes because and I'm gonna go in completely blind because I have never played Chrono Trigger. I didn't even know that Chrono Trigger even exists. But hey, it's nothing to get over right now. It's still 2021. It's still Cringemiss. We're like, what is it? Day 4 Cringemiss? Oh yeah, Day 4 Cringemiss. And like I said, guys, I'm already wanting to end Cringemiss so goddamn badly for so many goddamn reasons. But hey, I'm planning to finish it. Hopefully. I mean, I know that I know by day 20. Day 12. More than a third of all the videos are gonna be nothing but Undertale songs. I mean, when I do Undertale songs, that it feels to me like I've completely lost all creativity on what the hell I want to make. Because remember, guys, I have to conserve gigabytes and other crap like that. But don't worry, everyone. Tomorrow I'll be playing a video game. I'll be playing different games. Hopefully one of them will turn into a big series. How do I say this? With a series that meant so much to be probably gonna end very soon. I really need a big one. I really need a big one to get me back on track. Dungeon Quest helps, but it doesn't. But it never helps enough to just feel. I'll talk about that on day 12, everyone. I hope you all enjoy. Mr. Cringe, of course, out. And by the way, everyone here, all is nice.